from hospital to hospital. Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai. Your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it. Because he knows this to be true.
Some of you people thought I was never going to create families of Boakai. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President, we are riding private jet. But the Joseph Boakai at brought to power is riding private jet from here to go to Southampton. Yeah. But I will speak because people in Saturday saw me when I was passing to go on my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against former President Biya. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I had to vote for them in campaign. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. Because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. You say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law is really breaking the law, but you want to go up. You know why people want to go out? Because they want to increase the time. They say they are too short. You cannot be a gangster, then you want to run blue. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want this senator, and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government economy. But when we can be for it's not happening, and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people for their government even say, sacrifice people, don't know what I'm saying, giving 1% I won't go in law. But they say that over there employ their family people because they need work. And the person that needs work, and the person sacrifice person they want there. We employ our family people, but some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is nobody time when the country is not better. It is everybody time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Saccolet, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacrifice. Brother Saccolet, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They are people that have degrees, they know nothing. The only person with 8 people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power.
Today, we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Burdened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy.
They came like thieves in the night, with bulldozers and guns, shouting laws written to change us. But laws cannot stop truth. They can demolish this voting Congress, but they cannot demolish our people.
Long live, long live, long live, people of Matthew, long live! Long live, Cross Media, long live!
Do you hear it? The government calls this victory, but I call it testimony. Every break is a witness. Every broken bread is a witness. Every shattered window is a song of resistance. They fear us because we carry the dream of a free tomorrow. They think we will headquarters, but today we build our headquarters.
Away!
If I don't give you your partner comment in a record time, for my colleagues, never believe us again. Never believe us. When we bring to this trouble, every partner comment will not be due. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody, and rest us.
Okay. All right, coming to anything you want to say for now before we leave you? Thank you so much.
Today, we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Burdened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy.
They came like thieves in the night, with bulldozers and guns, shouting laws written to chain us. But laws cannot stop truth. They can demolish this building complex, but they cannot demolish our people.
Long live, long live, long live, long live, country, long live. Long live, cross me, long live.
Do you hear it? The government caused this victory, but I call it testimony. Every break is a witness. Every broken brick is a witness. Every shattered window is a song of resistance. They fear us because we carry the dream of a free tomorrow. They think we will scatter, but today we gather. They think they have destroyed our headquarters, but today we build our headquarters.
If I don't give you your partner comment in a record time, for my colleagues, never believe us again. Never believe us. When we brought you to this trouble, every partner comment will not be built. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody, and rest us.
So they went away from the Then the Senate. Then something happened. Wow. What are they almost trying to the Yomi house? Then they brought it back to the money. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh,
when they were coming, they said
then
they
when I
were
heard what was happening,
liberators.
they were remaining 2
When they were coming,
I
they
was
said
me,
they
I
were
was
liberators. But when they came their ground, they changed their mind. When they came their ground, they changed their
yeah, well, we
mind.
have some people.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are
Legal
freedom
documents.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom
You
fighters.
freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
I'm gonna tell you now. But I'm gonna own it. Hey, what does it do? You don't want to persecute us. So what is going on with Ekong? Ekong said, well, what we do for you to help you with lawyer. That's what happened. Go look over it. It was from full office, my whole strong office that I went and found the division. Resolution is not a law. So, starting the resolution means we agree. Bring it now. When Baga send a bill, they will not put all the law they put it down and back it.
I called you rescue one. Do you think I really believe that at 80 years old you will be able to rescue this country? We embellish. You know, when you are a sales representative, when you are a salesperson, you're selling a commodity or a product. Your job Panting woman say of this of Bonnie ratting. Did you think I knew, or did you think I mistook you for a person? An old man who belongs to the dustbin of our history with a kid, you a man who cannot even operate a laptop computer. No, we made a compromise. That's all. We said,
Oh, yes, indeed.
and we believe to where we in all Nigerian
When they came, yeah,
Did you think I knew?
what?
Did you think I knew?
They are freedom fighter. So they are freedom fighter.
You freedom,
What a great day
freedom, our with me.
from the nation's capital.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighter.
Oh my God.
Destroying our country.
What a great day. The beautiful opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones, to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. What a great way. We like to welcome all of you, our friends, our followers, and of course those of you in the diaspora. Thanks a whole lot for joining us as always each and every morning
When they were coming, they said they were
for some of the most profound conversations about issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development.
when they came,
This is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9,
yeah,
beaming live
they changed their mind.
from the heart of Carey Street in Monrovia.
They are freedom fighter.
This is the People's Station, Freedom FM 87.9. The nation is locked down.
They are freedom
You
fighter.
freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighter.
Oh yes, thanks a lot. It's good to be back behind these microphones. Oh my word. Too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in Liberia. Yes. There's a breath of a fresh air. You see, hope is flying.
Music.
There is a renewed spirit of belief and conviction. Yes, indeed, Liberia will not remain like this. The country will certainly change. Oh yes, it was an experiment. It was certainly an experiment. As most of us thought that the age will have helped, the experience will have helped, the age will have, for the most part, minimized the desire to steal from the people. But look, no, we got it all wrong. The old man has defied. The old man has defied everything that's reasonable. He has defied common sense. He has defied tradition. He has defied age. He has defied everything. The old man is looting. The old man is raking the country's cover. Liberia is going down. Oh yeah. Yeah. Whether it is rape, police brutality, violence
I'm a freedom fighter.
are on the increase.
I'm a freedom fighter.
The streets are so very vulnerable. In fact, if you do a statistics, if you do a study, you will understand that most violence in the streets now involve police personnel, police officers. Something is missing somewhere. Probably the police officers are basically trying to vent out their anger on the citizens, their displeasure. They're taking it in the street. Because these things continue on a bit. And of course, some minds are looking at it from a different prism. And they're like, look, something must be wrong from within. We need to check the Liberia National Police. Something is absolutely not going right. Oh yes, but you know, these are professional police or security people. They will just not say it out. But look, somebody need to check on the police. With what we're seeing out there, look at the other video I saw. 2 police officers jump on somebody's wife, somebody's woman, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, and assaulting her, beating her, stripping her naked. What justifies that in a civil, democratic environment? How has law enforcement turned to a sexual assault? Because that was sexually assaulting. What the police people here were doing all on the woman's breast, squeezing and pressing the woman. That what Gregory Kumo telling you to go do outside there. What kind of people are these? What kind of people are they? So they are freedom fighters. They are squeezing breasts and squeezing all kinds of things all over the place. What kind of Gregory Kumo man they so? But look, man, friend, folks, Liberians, our country has turned into a laughing stock. Oh yes, the old man has defied logic. He has defied reasoning. He has defied old age. He has defied tradition. He is a contradiction to everything that people held. So you know, when you old, you can get sense. They probably defy that one. You know, when you old, you can get time for pleasure. They probably defy. You know, when you old, you can get time for too much money. They probably say la la. And when you owe stealing Benin, what you want steal for again? What you want to do? You finish living your life, the probably defy. She not get time for too much more. If I will say that la, everything operating, everything working. Oh my God. This is the place you like to be every other morning. Because together we're having a family breakfast right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9. Let's go to Congo Town, adjacent or opposite the RC Lawson. Oh my God, the big news is coming from right there. Liberia is rising. The rise of Liberia is beginning right there. The masses. You see, the common people will build this country. The plebeian that they overlook, the illiterate people that they overlook, the Yana boys and the Yana girls, the motorcyclists, the wood sellers, the plumbers, the electricians, the mechanics, the drivers, the chauffeurs. They will build this country. The workers will build this country, and they will build it through their organization. They will build it through an institution that represents them. Oh yes, we're talking about the vast majority. We're not talking about the misguided miscreants. Liberians will build Liberia under the umbrella of the formidable CDC. Oh yeah, it's been demonstrated. Rising out of the shackles of political persecution, surmounting the odds, and standing tall in the heart of Congo Town, rises a brand new state-of-the-art headquarters, representing the resilience of the common people, representing the strength of the poor. when they are united.
I'm a freedom fighter.
You see, that headquarter will be a symbol of true manifestation of the resilient alliance with the poor people. Oh yes, they will come together again once more to defy history. So we are poor, we are uneducated, we are civilized. We have a vision. See, that CDC headquarter will ignite a spirit of national renewal. Oh yes, the masses will be there. The marketers will be there. The pimping riders will be there. Oh yes, and that's the one that can help the people. Oh yeah, those so-called native bourgeois, those plebeians, children who think they are civilized now because they sold their soul to the devil. Oh yeah, the CDC headquarters. We will talk about it. Yesterday was the press conference. There was staggering revelations, and there's still sound people in the Unity Party. So I'm going to retract my comments. Most times, I always brand the entire support base as stupid. The decision, the product of the action was so stupid. So sometimes, resting on the outcome of the decision, so we just, But look, it seems like from what is happening, there are some very sound people there. And they were just misled and they made some mistake. So we're going to moderate. We're going to disaggregate the sheep from the goat and then be as clear. We see the stinking goats, we call them goat. Smelling goats, we call them goat. And then we see the white plain sheep, we call them the sheep. There's some sheep there. And so 18% of those beautiful, civilized, forward-thinking, unity partisans stood with the country yesterday, as was announced by Funati Kofa. Those forward-thinking, clean, clear-hearted, patriotic citizens who by mistake saw themselves in the ranks of the Unity Party contributed to the people's struggle. The CDC is the people. So once you support the CDC, you're not leaving your party, but you're just supporting the Liberian people. You're basically trying to say, okay, the Liberian people, okay, support them. You're supporting, technically, man, this is exactly, and this is where you got to see the CDC for, and that's why you can get angry. But this is it. So everybody, the CDC is home to everybody. It's only you that can decide, oh, okay, I won't leave. But at the end of the day, it's still home to everybody. It is one institution that's there for everybody. You can either choose to. So whether you Congo, whether you civilized, whether you educated, whether you're not educated, whether you taste, whether you carpenter, whether you can wash poo, and like some other men in the diaspora that supporting Unity Party, that poo, men throwing chimo the king, they start lines there. I left a $20,000 job. I left nigga they can lie, my man. Men doing old folks, they working to the old folks who man come be more passing all around more. I left a $20,000 job in America. So what you can do, UP and lying that 6 and 7. The buckers can lie. Especially the UP men that can come from the diaspora. They want it that can come from America. They buckers they can lie. Some of them living on women in there. Some of them are do their work. Yeah, taking care of them. Some they can they pull la seaweed together, they buy around and say, oh, yeah, just left for $20,000 job, can you beat this? Hey, But yeah, man, congratulations to all those smart, intelligent, responsible, patriotic, 18% unity partisans that contributed to the people's struggle, the people's headquarters, the first of its kind for a political institution to ground break. It is a groundbreaking renaissance within the body politics of Liberia. It is the renaissance. You see this? So the ordinary people are ushering in the renaissance, the Liberia's political renaissance. This is it, where you're going to see the institutionalization of political institutions and movements. So every other person is going to be copying from there. Like I listened to former Representative Akaris Gray spoke yesterday about the history, about ruling parties and all of those in the country, like the Chewing Party, the NDP, the Unity Party, the NPP, the CDC, and now the Unity Party again, and all of that. The history shows that each of those institutions have not managed to build for themselves their own political institution while in opposition, and not even in government as well. Except that there is this rare case with the Chewing Party, which claim that they built a headquarters but has been challenged, and the government, I'm told the government is supposed to be claiming that building. I think the government has won a lawsuit or something like that. So because the source of the money, when you're in power, you use public money, and you purchase or you build a headquarters. At the end of the day, it gets challenged and all of that. It is established that you use government money, then that property is not for the private institution, it's for the government of Liberia. So that goes to say that the Chewing Party, after all of the year, 140 some more years, right, in power, just did not do anything for herself. Use the country money, pay the headquarters. It should be for the government, but then they said it was their party. But then when they left power, so the reality is what it is. I think the government will be developing it anytime. So beyond that, the NDP former president Doe, they did not build any party headquarters. They did not have a home for themselves. They were renting around here, like all kinds of Janjaweed picking them. So they got kicked out, they left. NPP came, NPP while in power, secure some properties and all of that. So it still remains to be established whether the source of the fundings had no link to government money and all that. But the Taylor era was some kind of era now. and at the end of the day, maybe at the appropriate time there will be legal challenges, but still it still remains that the source of the money is from government. There's no argument to that. It's just that the government of Liberia has not gone. But if this work with the Chewing Party, who knows, maybe subsequent government will ask the NPP the relevant or the necessary question. 5th Street, all those areas, then they'll need to account. How did the NPP manage to own these things in their name and all of that? So there came the United Party of Mrs. Sirleaf, of course, unsuccessfully for 12 years. They were unable to secure for themselves their own party headquarters. Of course, they were paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and of course, entering deals and giving out lucrative positions to property owners to rent and be hosted in their properties for all those period, and they did not own anything. They feel a responsible criminal Unity Party cartel, and they left the place. The cartel left the place for that period. There came the CDC, the People Movement. The People Movement came and were there and followed the same pattern. Did not do what she should have done, probably for whatever reason, because like many people will argue, they had the opportunity, they had the means, but whatever happened, fate has it that they did not purchase or they did not build a headquarters, and they left. They got kicked out in ways that are very unceremonious, and of course, like many would say, very, 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 very. So CDC left power, the Unity Party is back, and the CDC became a target. The Unity Party went ahead and, of course, politicized the process and kicked the CDC out. I'm just summarizing the story. Kicked the CDC out of our headquarters. And not only that, they kicked them out too, arm twisting the ownership, but they also went ahead and took yellow machines in a way to demolish and break down and vandalize and stole. And the police were on record for stealing wig and other things, laptop and boots, right? It was not only wig that they stole, boots. You know, CDC has this militant a brigade that they always have boots and berets and jackets and all of those things. The police have not even accounted for all of those things properly yet. But yes, they stole it. They were there and they got missing. So the guys were seen live on camera stealing week. So other people must have. Even iPhones, I'm told, were stolen from their laptops and other things. So the regime did that. They stole, they broke the people plate, they stole the people thing, left. And they started mocking the people. So yeah, it was actually sorry for the seditions, though. You know, yeah, for that moment they were feeling sad and broken. They are connected to that place so dearly, and they felt that was taking away a very strong element of their heritage and all of that. But they had to move beyond. They had to pick up the pieces and continue, because life continues. Even when human beings die, people still go ahead. So what more about a party headquarters? So today we are where we are, and yesterday the committee officially announced that on the 18th of this month, everybody is invited, partisans, well-wishers, unity partisans, and other independents who believe in the philosophy or the doctrine or the ideology of the CDC, and of course the base, the people representing the CDC are invited according to Funati Kofa and his committee. They're invited to, so I'm just playing my part actually. They invited to Congo Town right there. After arguing that it was an AR thing, so the AR thing, so that AR groundbreaking, that AR didn't. Yeah, so that way. But look, on the most serious note, they're gonna have it. So there's a video here I'm gonna play from, just summarizing the whole experience of the CDC, where you see the demolition, the people carrying out the demolition, the bulldozers, workers send the people, they broke the people headquarters down, and you see what the CDC will be transforming into. For those of you watching, keep sharing the live so that other Liberians, other seditions in other places will see. So you see, sometimes setbacks are moments to, and you all got to learn from the CDC situation. As much you can have all of your criticism. So it's bad. You go in a community, you say seditions are stupid, they're foolish, but look how they are turning their setback into a giant comeback, right? This is a whole from backwardness. You take the people from in your regular, and you know something. Look at the modernity that they're going to put down, and they're clear about it. They're clear about it, and they are very clear. And timing, they're telling you that year time will be dedicating this, and from the 18th going, men are going to be on the ground developing. So I don't know what, maybe the government again, as childish as they are, they will want to interfere or do something, because look, we are seeing the same thing happen with Musa Bello. You took the man 30 cents, 35 cents, right? Story. Yeah. The man thought, you ain't listening. You say you're the government. You thought, no go say the man will thought tired. Okay, the man leave it. The man say, okay, let me go focus on my people. The man being breached, he sent public word to stop the man. What kind of government he has? So who knows? You go, you break the poor haircut, you say the poor now get nowhere to do anything again. Okay, the poor gone, they do everything, they say they come and pay haircut. Who knows? What are the same thing you've done to Musa? You're gonna go for them again. You go get public where I say, oh no, the haircut you're trying to pay too fine, too modern. No political party get it, so you can't pay the 1 year. You gotta wait until the government finish paying you. Who knows? But let me play. Okay, let me play this video right here. Right.
Today, we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law, emboldened by impunity they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy.
They came like thieves in laws written to chain us, but laws cannot stop truth. They can demolish this building, Congress, but they cannot demolish our people. Do you hear it? The government caused this victory, but I call it testimony. Every break is a witness. Every broken brick is a witness. Every shattered window is a song of resistance. They fear us because we carry the dream of a free tomorrow. They think we will scatter, but today we gather. They think they have destroyed our headquarters, but today we build our headquarters.
If I don't give you your partner comment in a record time, for my colleagues, never believe us again. Never believe us, because we brought you to this trouble. If the partner comment will not be built, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody, and rest us.
For credit to former President Weah, because we are watching the intelligence, everybody is aware that they're going there to believe this is what the regime wants to do. Believe that nobody's just believe for your parents. Let's see how they're going to get. So there was absolutely no restriction. But yesterday the guy was to break it down. The understanding of the regime, and of course the president, was that when you break the properties down, mind you, that was a private property owned by the landlord and all of that. You went ahead, you destroyed the place, you devalued the place and all of that. The place reduced to rubble and all of that. The video, you see all of those scenes and all of those history.
Today, we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disrespect
And guns, shouting laws, reach our people. The government caused this victory is a witness. Every shattered window, because we care. They think they have destroyed us.
If I don't give you your partner comment in a record time, for my colleagues, never believe us again. Never believe us, because we brought you to this trouble. If the partner comment will not be built, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody, and rest us.
Imagine this. So it tells you the vision of the ordinary people for Nigeria. So they are bringing the best to the country. So if the political institutions headquarters can mimic what is displayed yesterday, it tells you exactly the people associated with this political institution, the kind of mindset they have for the country, the kind of view. Because if they are willing to rally their resources and invest this much in the country, not that people who can go rent, people bidding it, the think they say it can be hard for them that black eyed can do that thing. The same way the McLean and kick them outside from that place. You see, party used to be in the McLean place to Congo there. The grass used to be all over. The place was dirty, completely dirty. The Union Party is a careless institution. That place used to be dirty, and you all can't argue about that one. All the places the United Party have had their headquarters, they can leave no lasting transformative imprint or a mark on it. The places can be dirty, they can open all kinds of PP in place all over the place. The whole place can be stink. I don't know those of you that can go to the United Party headquarters, how you can feel. When they pull to that McLean area, you see that behind the place Mo Ali used to pass, we call it the Postmates Montreal. Behind the McLean people area, they're going into that community where you get that warehouse, that event center, right? Go behind there and go see that place. You see all kind of plastic then down there. I don't know what kind of plastic then beyond the window there. That time Moali was Secretary General, but beyond the window way there. So plastic. And you be like, how the people can be coming outside the city? They're so civilized, but they're so dirty. They're so dirty. All they care, they just won't sit in the office. And that is the reason why when you give United Party power, they don't go back to their party headquarters anymore. They don't go there anymore. They turn their back because the place is rigid. The place is dirty, it's thin. But see what the CDC is putting for those of you watching? You can't argue fact now. You're letting right. I saying the thing. I'm only providing literary description and analysis around, comparatively analyzing the cases. And you can do a retrospect. Even with the CDC old headquarters, it looked more presentable. You see how the CDC transformed that place. They were building the place. So you see the mindset? This is a mindset of people who are committed to building. Everywhere the United Party hosted her party headquarters, did they build anything? Did they make any improvement on the property? Right here on Broad Street, Broad and Lynch, right? Inside the place there. Did they do beyond Central Bank? They were there. Did they do anything there? Zero. They left from there, they went Congo Town. Did they do anything? Zero. They left the place, just a bush. Dirty, stink, smelling, with plastic all beyond Moali window. Right? They left from there. They came back on Broad Street. They went that old road, right? FE era way there. The place LRS used to be. They went inside that place. Oh, that place turned to Sungana. Just another non-step. That's how they did that place. They left from there again. So this is it. Whether you like it or not, this is the clear reality. And so this is a challenge to the United Party. Be responsible. Whole day you're saying things that you're far apart from. You pretend to be civilized, you pretend to be organized, but technically there is no organization demonstrated in your actions and in your dealings. When you clearly compare the CDC and the United Party, you know the CDC has proven a better, more constructive, more progressive, forward thinking than the United Party. You see the people move along. You see the people move, and you see the transformations that's happening with them. But you keep stuck because it is the elite mentality. You feel when you expand the party, you open up, you incorporate, you build institutions. The people that you don't want to come on board, they will come on board, and all of that. Those things are terrible. So not only the party headquarters, the chairman also announced, of course, that they have secured properties in some counties, right? Let me be straight up with that. They have secured some properties in some counties, and quickly we'll go to the phone lines to hear your own views and reaction to that. They've secured some properties in some counties. Let me see quickly. For you right here. Okay. In related development, the chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Anthony Janga Cole, Augustus Cole, also expressed his appreciation to the Construction Committee for their excellent achievement in finding a date for the groundbreaking. He, however, expressed joy at acquiring a land in Grand Bassa, Mangibi. So they have acquired land in Grand Bassa and Mangibi. So how do you compare in terms of building and developing? How do you compare the two parties? Right? The United Party is older than the CDC. But the post saying, okay, but just by destroying this party headquarters for us, you think that means this is an attack on the ordinary people? We're going beyond. We want to implant this party in the ground for the masses, the ordinary people to own it. So that no matter what you do, you go, you come, right? This institution will be there forever and ever. Amen. When Bassa, another strong hold, right? Purchase of land there, and a headquarters will be constructed there. Mangibi people, seditions in Mangibi can also rest assured that their own headquarters will be constructed. So the national headquarters is in Montserrado County, right? And then you have the county headquarters, beginning with Mangibi and Grand Bassa. So that 3-county project going to start at once. And I'm aware that as former President Weah embarks on his thank you tour across the country, there will be big pronouncements made as it relates to taking the party and putting the party in the hands of the Liberian people. Because no matter what, George Weah is going to leave the stage any moment, right? He's going to leave the stage. But his thing is, this is the Liberian people thing. It has to go back. It is not about me. I am leaving it with the people. Now, even when I'm leaving, this is the people's party. How many of them get that mindset? As soon as they can't get their money in the political institution, when the money going down, they carry it down. They take it, they give it to their children, right? Their children, all people will be fighting over it before you load the party will lose relevance, blah, 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 and so on. Where is ALP, right? Where is Liberty Party today, right? So they tell the party get a friend, but George Weah is not turning, is preparing to transition the party to the Liberian people. So he's going across the country and building offices for them. They're not timid. We are going to be in charge of Margibi office. When Timothy Weah goes to Margibi, he has to wait for the Margibi chairman to come and open the Margibi CDC office and say, "Oh, partisan Timothy Weah, welcome. This is where we are," and all that. This is a national institution, and it's taking a trend that directly places the party in the hands of the people. Directly places the party in the hands of the people. So the locals, when you're a Margibi and you're from Grand Bassa and all of that, and you're a sedition, you have your institution, you start from the grassroots, you start to identify and see the presence of your institution living with you, and then you come to Monrovia, you see it. So this is what you call a progressive, forward-thinking leader. So what has Baka done for the United Party? What is it going to lead? Oh, I'm hearing that they are stealing government money, pretending that they suspending party officials and they should pay 1,000, 2,000, blah blah blah. That what they say according to them, that what they're going by party haircut. Look at those fools. You think you can deceive everybody like that? You think it can work like that? No, you got to be responsible enough, right? You got to be. I mean, pretty much tell me, right? Amos 2 ain't going to be paying due. So where you think that money coming from? And where you think, oh yeah, that thing you're on, that government money. When you're finished, you can make 20 year, 40 year in power. When you're finished, that McLean and property you're buying will take it from you. The Liberian government will take it from you. So one thing you know, people you can be a show off. When you're finished buying that property, as soon as you're finished, you're not enjoying yourself, you're finished buying it good now, and then we'll take it from you. Because I mean, obviously, it's not for y'all. You're stealing from the Liberian people and you say you're buying property. You will show all of the documents and the funds. You have to tell us the source of the funding, and we'll investigate the source of the funding. For example, if Mo Ali contributes 3,000 to that project, right? When the investigation starts, we'll let you know the source of that $3,000, how that 3,000 was generated. And if it is connected to LWSC in any way, forget it, you lose that property. Just say now, just the Liberian people are foolish. You can't steal the poor money, you say you pay. Why you can't do it? See. Then you also stupid there making more great. Say, oh, the poor rallying and I see that Lord kill or that human being had eat or saying in donate $2. He didn't put near $2. Fully looking at but anyway, let's take calls. Then move to something else. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. The numbers, are you going to be there? The CDC have announced on Saturday the 18th for its groundbreaking ceremony, and that's exactly what it is. So the stage is set. The stage is okay. Let me see my man see Neon. Okay, let me see my man see. Wait, hold on for me. See, I want that phone until Kofa. Video, man. Let me see. Where is this? But let me take calls. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu, and good morning.
Morning.
Hey, my name is Abra Sharif, and I join you from St. Paul's Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Abu, let me use this time again to appreciate you for your effort. In the morning, you wake up, so in the morning, you leave your wife and children, and you come to open our eyes. Abu, in my own strength, as a zonal head of Zinkia, and I got my team man, I'm a construction man.
Mm-hmm.
I got my whole group. I've already volunteered my whole group.
Mm-hmm.
When we be there and one, those are responsible to do the work on any, I want to get them their number so that we can put our name. I got Mason, I'm a carpenter.
I'm not sure if a worker need business because everybody in the country is a worker. So once you have the time, you get 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes of your time, you drive by, you go, you take the wheelbarrow, you carry some sand, you visit something.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Let me appreciate the president. Let me appreciate every one of them that push the effort for our dream to not die down. Let God will bless them. God will always protect them. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Okay, the native people are about to build their own party headquarters. All the time, the elite people have power here, they build nothing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Good morning, my friend, brother. My name's Richard Blamu Asamu West Point, Namu next year.
West Point here, man, a long time.
Yes, brother, I've been sick and I'm still going through treatment.
My man, I really wish you speedy recovery, man. Sorry about that, okay?
Brother, I'm constrained this morning to call.
Mm-hmm.
Because first in my life, to witness what I witnessed yesterday that took place at the Boulevard Woodrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a new day, meaning in the life of political party in the Republic of Nigeria. And that new day was delivered by the CDC, Congress for the Democratic Change.
Mm-hmm.
And, we as party members, of the CDC from 2004 and up to present, I know that this particular dream and this particular vision, this particular emerging political, tsunami will continue in as much. And I know that this step will also motivate other political parties in the Republic of Liberia to follow this kind of step.
Certainly.
And let me use this time to appreciate the committee chairperson, the former speaker on Jonathan Boakliko for his presentation and his innovation along with his team. And I know that every Liberian throughout the division political division, 73 electoral constituency, that as supporter and member of the Congress for Democratic Change will do everything to ensure that this vision will live and that within the 15th sub-political division, that headquarters, sub-headquarters will be built. Meaning, the official headquarters in Monserrado, while the other 14 is in the other 14 counties.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you and God save our nation. And I hope, brother, the issue of Pakistan will highlight it and that colleagues and friends and party staff will be able to, help people through medication.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very kindly. So that's our own man, Richard Asamoah West Point there. Of course, he says he's not well, and so it is an SOS to all of us and every well-wishers and friends to reach out. He's a brother, and that is he is a true epitome of what ideologue signifies. And so that's what. But look, this thing about the CDC, it like West Pointer said, is a whole. And I think I said it earlier, is a whole renaissance. And instead of being angry and hateful or condescending, I think other political institutions should just, follow. CDC has ground, they've already taken the lead, so you obviously have to follow, because you have to begin your process of mobilizing resources and doing all of the technical things that you have to do, blah, blah, blah. By that time, the CDC will be fired. So the record holds that the CDC, the people, the masses, the people from the slum dwellers party, and this is the most profound, part of it all. The ordinary people, the people you look down on, the Yana boys, the street boys, and the street girls party, and because that's how you call it. That's how you refer to the CDC. And those people can be so organized among themselves, and they can have a visionary leader who sees beyond self and personal aggrandizement and accomplishment to say, let's invest and build an institution that lasts forever and represent this demographic of our population forever and ever. Amen. The People Party. And I see why the young folks call it the People Party and all of that. So this is it. Right? And it is a massive political statement. It is a massive political statement for the CDC to do this in this time, and that yet the regime is sitting supinely and just regurgitating nonsense every other day that, we are not coming back to power. It is beyond we are this time. It is this institution that's saying we as an institution are coming back. It is a massive statement. Massive, indeed, very, very massive. And if you're not being afraid of anything, you got to be afraid right now. For those of you that are not doing the right things in the country, you got to be afraid that there is a whole wave coming. Look, whatever you are, whatever you're doing wrongly, you have to be scared. And I'm already hearing that there are some folks in the government already that are preparing to relocate to America and blah, 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 and blah, blah. So that is it. It's two things. Either you have to start preparing all of your documentation for yourself and your children, start preparing your relocation strategy, or you change and work for the Liberian people, because the wave is so massive. With the level of investment that the party will be going into and the mobilization that this is going to do, it's just this guy, Musa Ability get you on your heel. You're busy all over the place. Musa Ability is taking all of your time while the CDC is focused on building her party headquarters. The CDC has not joined the fray. So by the time the CDC completes, finish building all her party headquarters, finish putting the party in the hands of the people, when the CDC starts to speak, when the CDC say, all the party headquarters across the country should rally this number of people, and then you have the media covering from all over, angling from all over, and showing you what is happening in Basso, Mangibi, and blah blah. So what you got to say? You go sit down to Borsky in the glass building. You say, "Oh, that we say we put that party headquarters. You need the party. Oh yeah, that they flogging your day and guinea pig set there la guinea pig way. Be your more than guinea pig." Well, let me take more calls. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah. I want to once more appreciate you for the show this morning. And then I call you for Central Mobility.
Go ahead.
I think the step of the leadership of the Congress for Democratic Change is a step in the right direction. This is a generational change approach when it comes to the body politics of our country. Mm-hmm. I think it is a serious blow on the so-called sophisticated clown that will have parading themselves for 180 years prior to the Tory administration. It is a shame and disgrace to them. And sometimes one of me, why will people in full cities and going and consider themselves as the most sophisticated when things that need to be done by a sensitive and educated people have not been done? The people that they refer to now are the slum dwellers. These are the people that do the thing that it's supposed to do long time ago, 100+ years ago. This is a qualification. I think this is a major boost on the part of the Congress for Democratic Change. I think the coming back is a realistic one. It can be seen over the clock. My brother, each day we call you see blue in the sky. You see it, the blue is coming by tsunamically. I want to use a kind of terminology that that will make it to know that the blue revolution is unstoppable.
Yeah.
It can never be hindered. It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. But I think sooner or later, the future degree will be back and get it out. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. And so this is it. It's a bold statement. It's a very strong statement. And whether you like it or not, no matter how you're going to spin this, how you're going to put it, at the end of the day, it comes down to one fact: the fact that the ordinary people put themselves together and say, what has never happened in the history of this country, we will be the one to do it. And what is that in the politics? Structuring, organizing, and of course, institutionalizing the politics, and of course, giving ownership of the party to the people instead of putting the party in one bag and moving from one rented apartment to another rented apartment. See, that mindset, that syndrome, that backward syndrome has to stop. And there has to be a point. And the fact that it had to be the ordinary people party to say this is the bus stop. And going forward, any other, this is going to be the order of the political day going forward. I mean, obviously, when you see the CDC debate is going to be about, we have this, we have that. Look, it shouldn't shock you if you start to see other political parties. No, look, the difference is when a political leader, no, they're not your own problem. We're talking about the people, right? You see the case of the CDC. Let's look at how the resources are even being raised, right? Now, Funati went on further. He said, our donors, in quotation, 52% are sedition, right? So this is the reason why, this is why we tell you that the party is being given to the Liberian people. They could decide among themselves, say, oh, we the big shot, let's put our money. No. So 52% seditions, people who, openly, practically, and of course, legally identify and associate with the CDC, 52% that the record shows, right? As sedition. 18%, the record shows that political party-wise and affiliation-wise, they are unity partisans. Flesh and blood. Unity partisan. I don't know why people jittery and people are saying all sorts of stuff about this as if to say this is unreal. You think the Unity Party are honest party? It's a deceptive party. And more besides, I mean, these Unity partisans should be celebrated. They are patriots. They are patriots. Because you cannot. You cannot do without it. This is the people movement. So at the end of the day, most time people go to the Unity Party for opportunity, and then they get it, and all of that is and the opportunity to do doggy and all this stuff, right? Orgy and all this stuff. So it's an orgy party, and that's what they can do. The boys are useless. The boys are pedophiles. That's who they are. The pedophile, they go after minors and they rape them, and then one police inspector will be shielding and defending and protecting, all of them. And it is in the history and DNA of Gregory Como. You always protect the Unity Party pedophiles. So 10% are independent people who are independent. They're not aligned, practically with any political institutions. They're always there, and they look at they saw what happened, what the government felt. The government, what they did was childish, and now that the political institution had decided to do this, okay, I have 10 cents. And guess what, right? I'm hearing, it's something I will try to confirm. I'm hearing that the 18% these are gold donors, gold. Big donors, not just any kind of that. They contribute that big money. The Unity Party 18%. That big money contributors. Big money, serious money contributors. So how the Unity Party people so interested in building CDC because they pay big money, they in the government. But in the country money they stealing, right? So they say, So, but I believe the CDC welcome it. But if you think you put in your susu, that won't allow. That's not working. Because look, men will be mobilized to chase all of you and show that you repent. You repent, you get baptized, you come clear on the altar. You say, "Oh, the thing here we sinned against the state or in the United Party court. They told us, say, oh, all we gotta do is just steal and just say we save it last, we educated by you, then we'll be stealing. So 10% again are across other political oppositions. Inside the 10%, could means 1% there. 10% are people who don't want their names to be called. You asserted. So it's across all the demographic in politics, across all the demographic. So that's why it is the Liberian People Project. It is the Liberian people. So you don't necessarily have to be a card-carrying member of the CDC, right? When you're passing when that monumental landmark state-of-the-art property is right on the road. You can imagine the pain that will be going in Boaka had 1 year from now. Every time he drives past there, maybe the man will change his route. He'll be passing Ghana Vena to come to the mansion and passing the Oba. Because every time you pass there, you're going to see this beautiful skyline, and you're going to see the beauty extend straight in the. I mean, you can imagine the pain. Much more. So when the pin gets too much, it has the propensity of creating shock in the wire, corrosion. The battery wire, blood mixing with water, then the wire laying on there. So you got to be careful. You got to manage your pin level. You manage your pin level. So whoever around the president got to make sure every time he's coming along the boulevard there, when the CDC shall have succeeded, look at the property. Look at the building. And look at how the people put a bold CDC. Oh my God! When back at them, maybe when the driver is driving, you'll be putting a feel on the other side. It's apparent because when you're so hateful, you don't let them see. You're always trying to do things. So you remember in the community when somebody say, "Oh, they didn't let you be there." As soon as they hear you coming, but they will always be attentive. But as soon as they come in, they pretend they turn their feet, then they give him wapi. So that what Baka gonna be doing. At the end of the day, you will stay CA, papi. You pass right down there. You see the common people being every day you pass, and the day you go to work will make notes because we'll make sure you pass. You see the party haircut going up. As they're going up, small, you pass again. You see it. You're going up. It finished, painted everything. You see it. Dedicated everything. Beautiful, the shining, and then you passing. You going away. Now you see the pin. Let me take 5 more calls and then be out of here. Let's hear from more people on how they feel about this in our politics. I think this is a new day, and it's been occasioned by the CDC. This is how you're going to see you are supposed as a Liberian. This is how you got to see the party effort from. This is the way you got to view it. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm a big calling you from Ghana.
Go ahead.
Well, we congratulate you for the political party you're about to rebuild. Let me say rebuild. But one thing I want to inform you on is not because of infrastructure that led to the CDC not being re-elected. If that was the case,
but the conversation is not about re-elected or not re-elected. Is that the discussion?
I mean, that was
no. But why you jump and go to re-elected? Wow, that the fear carrying you to re-elected, Bennett?
Yeah, listen to me.
But let's stick to the fact that the political institution is defined. Listen to me, my friend.
Let me get my small time.
Hey, listen to me. I'm the one giving the time, so you ought to listen or you leave, right? So here's it.
I hope the public is also listening that you're giving my time.
So listen to me, my friend. Here is it. The conversation is about the fact that a political party in our history is defying the long old history of institutions renting and trying to build something for themselves and say, look, gentlemen, we got to be responsible and be building our own thing. And not just building from one individual, but building from the entire partisan base. That is landmark. It's massive. And you have to accept that. Forget about re-elected. When we get there, we'll talk about that.
I can come in now, right?
Yeah, you say what you want to say.
You talk about corruption. So that building that is being built is
who's talking about corruption? Well, what kind of man jumping from place to place?
Listen to me. I give you the time. You talk about
no, you don't give me time. I got the time. You don't give me time. I got the time. But you're jumping from place to place. Okay, your time finish. Bye bye. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother Abu.
Go ahead, let's hear
Good
you.
morning to the Federal Reverend family. My name is Otis Badme. I do join you from a Tubo Road resident. Yeah, you see, Abu, CDC is for the people, by the people, and we pray for the nation at large. CDC is a grassroots movement that
We're talking about election or anything yet. Go ahead.
We're not talking about election time right now. We're talking about building a home, an institution that will represent the Liberian people at large. So we're not going to hear about critics or you see the 80% brother Abu. I know first individual on the United Party.
No, don't put people in trouble. Don't put people in trouble.
No, I'm putting people in trouble. I ain't calling you. I know six of them. Now, you supporting that. So we don't want to talk about thank you. Let the people movement move out. Thank you.
Okay, the third call. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, happy good morning. Let's say good morning to the listening public. This is David King. I do join president here in Monrovia. You know, this thing people don't want to agree, and they got to agree with what the CDC is about to do. Because in the history of this country, we have not seen any party building their own headquarters to be as compared to what the CDC is about to put up. Because when the pronouncement was made by a political leader, people say there was an AR video, there was an AR picture that people were carrying around. Now that it is about to commence, I think it is incumbent upon those doubting Thomases to sit around and look and see what is about to happen. Because, you know, I mean, it's just too embarrassing to listen to some guys, the way they proceed. I think there's a young man jumping here and there talking about re-election. Look, re-election, we are not talking about re-election now. We are talking about constructing a modern headquarters for the biggest opposition political party in this country called Liberia. So you should be so jealous of that and be able to do yours.
Okay, thank you very much. And this is you can't run away from that. The goal has been scored already. The CDC is in the lead. It's going to be the first institution to do what it's about to do. Uptown Pew, let's hear you.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
You know, I just want to let them enjoy the show, but the guy from Unity Party, you know, abruptly put me into the show. Right? Look, it just tells you that Unity Party come with no agenda. They just jump from one place to another. Okay? We're discussing history making here of the first Liberian political party. Apart from the two-way party who stood in Liberian money bill and EJ building that they cannot maintain, right? When they left power.
It's about to be taken from them. In fact, if it has not been taken yet, it's about to be taken from them.
I'm talking about a party who in money there choose to not build choose to not hijack rather headquarters because they feel in power, but rather choose to go by the rule of law, you know. And at the end of the day, being evicted after they left power, and then they fought all the odds of life. They said, no, we're going to build our party to tell the people we are serious. And then Joe Blow from Unity Party, things are too funny to say. You know, you can tell that the guy came with anger because someone who can propound with listening. The guy's not even listening. He want to control you in your show. Think that he give you time. How can you give the host time?
Yeah, that's an arrogance.
You know? Yeah, so again, I have feel for Unity Party, man. Like I said, they make them do a lot of they come to America, they can't live here, but most of them will be persecuted. You can see it clearly that the corruption is glaring.
Okay, my brother. Thanks a lot. Let me squeeze Eugene Jebo. Eugene, go ahead. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
When history is made, history gets celebrated and recorded. That's what we are doing. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity and let me say good morning to your listeners.
I just want to say thanks to President Weah for us that believe in his vision. It's not strange to us. And that is why we continue to support him. Because we know what President Weah stands for. And to the leadership of the TDC, say thank you. You know, the songwriter always say, men playing it for evil, but God did it for the best. So, like the president said, a record breaking, you know, fantastic building will be constructed. We are prepared to support the process, and we are just got diverted because we'll be we'll be our numbers. And to the United Party people, don't concentrate on how you govern this country. Forget what in the party headquarters. To the reach here, we play that game.
Yeah, so, focus on running the country. I agree. The economy is in bad shape. That's what we're going to go to right now after here. So let me squeeze in Edmond Carr. I'm quite sure this should be Edmond. Good morning.
Yeah. And thank you, Abu. And praises go to you guys too, because when it happened to us, the breaking down of our headquarters, you guys stood with us. If you guys was not going to be part of our party official giving all the encouragement that we can make it, we're not going to be here today. So praises go to you guys. God Almighty and to our stand-up bearer. He's a talking to. I don't know why the Unity Party people will always want to try to underestimate our dynamic leader, even when he was at the hand of power. When he says, he do. So this is a boost for the opposition community if they will see it that way. If they don't, it's a boost for Sedition and its supporters. So we give God the glory, and on the 18th, we are going to be a part. This is historic making. This is very much historic making because it is about us. Because you are underestimated us and refer to us as Zogos and the slum dwellers. So the slum dweller now are coming out to have something of their own. This is why we're going to put our data, our 50 cents, our 25 cents into it, so that tomorrow we'll continue to point out that we're part of history making, and history making is here. 2029, you guys are 9. But it is time to build our headquarters. It is time to strategize. It is time to start preparing how to go into 2029. So, government, if you want to know the listing, as Fonati said about the 18% from the rescue, you can check out room 1026. Thank you, Abu.
Thanks a lot. And so, but why you guys are not allowing me to my show? You'll be calling. What going on? God's help. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the time. Let me say good morning to all people of Nigerians who are in tune this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Abu, a example of the CDC today as it relates to the construction of its own party is a monumental feat which should be welcomed by all other political parties and even serve as a wake-up call. However, most of them have chosen to forget about the promises they made to the Liberian people relative to setting up the economy, putting bread on the people's table, allowing people to enjoy their rights when it comes to the rule of law and what have you. And these things are mere distraction on their part. If they could just focus on governing and forget about pettiness, it will help in a long way to move the country forward.
I agree.
6 years is long, but it's also short. You have a whole lot to do. If only you could just give your attention to those things, I know before we reach to the end of the term, somebody will say, oh, they did something. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And this is quite the point, right? And I hope our friends in authority to do understand it. I think you have a lot of latitude to govern freely without any kind of political interference from the main political opposition party. And I don't know why you're jittering so much, because clearly from an analytical standpoint, CDC seems focused more on the future and not limiting the future to 2029. If they were, the millions that's going into the party headquarters project across the country, they will have reserved that million and pump it into direct actions that brings instant results in 2029, right? But they're saying no, care less, right? For now, all we care is let's focus. 2029 election come, we'll go there. So you have enough time to focus on the bread and butter issue and stop telling and tell Gafuan and Samoa to stop lying to the Liberian people about the fiscal condition and the monetary health of the Liberian people. As these two parallel, very, very significant indicators in the economic life of each of us are disastrously performing. For fiscal, monetary, they're all disastrously performing. When you have a monetary manager who brags that the unceremonious decline, or if you may, absence of US dollar on the market meant that there was some degree of economic magic implemented or instituted that saw the appreciation. And then we pretty much tell us what informed the appreciation, as economic is clear on things that happen and actions that are taken to qualify a situation. And with international monetary regulations comparing every central bank to announce to the nation on the policies that they institute to achieve these goals. The CBO did not say anything of that sort. They just came off on the blue, and people say, oh, the Rena come down. The Rena say, oh yeah, LD is appreciating. And today, where is the exchange rate? Mr. Henry Samoa, can you come back again and issue another press statement to say the LD has depreciated? This is nonsense. You don't run a country like that. I mean, let's be real here, folks. And the problem is the government is not focusing on the people. The government is more focused on the politics. It is an absolute nonsense. Look, when we have people that we give some degree of respect to, and we say, look, we are thrilled by, your records in other places, and we think that this should be an opportunity, because look, I've always argued that each and every Liberian should have the opportunity to bring to bed whatever they have to contribute into the building process of the country. And that is the reason why when people get appointed, I'm not most of the time into the debate of trying to prevent or deny other people from taking their job, especially first timers. And no, I'm not. The opportunity to show what they have, the juice they have to bring it to bear. When you are given that opportunity, you should understand that it is a moment to prove your critics wrong. And when you go there and start to do regular politics and get overwhelmed and start to be teleguided by the failed politicians that have always been in the system, but yet the system still remain backward, then there is a problem. The lack of Samoa, the lack of Sekou Dukle, and these newcomers. You got there, and then you go back and start taking instruction from people who have been there forever, and they have filled the system. Then you've brought disgrace to each of us that felt that you needed to be given some latitude to bring to bear what you have. When I listened to Sekou go to the University of Liberia and pledging millions in Liberian dollars as contribution for armchair, and I laugh. I said, for how long are we going to remain like this? For how long? How do people understand governance? Is leadership about just showing yourself and saying that, oh, I'm the man that make this is the problem. Oh yeah, I'm the man. Instead of taking a governance approach, right? People are more about the individualistic approach. Since I'm the head of the National Port Authority, right, and you know you have that sufficiency of resources, why not you contribute those ones to the national budget so that there will be a national program that will support education, support the universities, and support other areas. But no, we wouldn't do that though. One man will just wake up one other working day and just drive and just make a phone call. Oh, Madam President, I'm coming to the university. You know, the NPA would like to do this. This is nonsense. This is not how you run a country, right? That's not how you run a country. If we mean it like it should be, right? Put the money in the budget. Make your SOE contribution. Let's go to the budget and see how all of those SOEs are flunking on their budgetary contribution. So what hero do you make of yourself if you're so disastrous in contributing to the national budget, but then you go on the other side for self-aggrandizement and of course to personal to kind of grandstand and show both and say, oh, the MP on my leader we gave 25 million to the University Library. 25 nonsense. How did we? The country need to be speaking out on these things. Like when you hear these things in the news, you take your phone, you have to act conscious. The reason why you see all these radio shows have got the phone-in segment is for you to respond. That is the feedback these policies makers get from the actions and the things they do. But then if you misuse and then you be defending these things, that means you're not thinking, you're not reading as citizens. So you're not helping the development of the country. You're not helping the growth. What is your contribution? Sit down, think, do comparative reading, look at other cases and see what is happening. So when you hear your port manager say, I get 25 million LD to UL, ask yourself, what does the law require? First of all, is this port manager living up to his revenue responsibility as the gateway to the Liberian economy first and foremost? So where is the money coming from? Should begin to ask ourselves these things. And then as soon as that news outlet, it's done casting that news and there is this text message segment, you write insightfully, you write a reaction that pinpoint wherever that port manager is seated, come to himself and say, people follow the breeze, boy. Look at people reading in the country. So gentlemen, we need to do what we got to do. Last year we were not able to get any money to the budget. We got to do what we got to do. They think about going around giving 25,000, this thing not helping. So gentlemen, let the news carry that the National Port Authority has contributed 10 million, 15 million to the national budget fiscal year 2025. Let the news carry that. Let the news carry that the National Port Authority has contributed 5.8 million to the national budget 2025. For example, let the news carry that. When the news carry that, everybody in the country now has a reason to clap for the port manager. Everybody has a reason to cheer the port manager because you know what? Healthcare will receive some, education will receive some, roads will receive some, electricity will receive some, right? Businesses will receive some. Then that means the port is working for everybody. But in this form and manner, this is mediocrity. You don't clap for that. And then you see more early than all becoming people that donating. Donating. No, we don't. You were not made to be donors. We did not send you to the port to be donors necessarily. No, we send you there to be responsible collector of our tax dollars and responsibly remit them and contribute them to the national budget so that policy maker, decision maker will have the available resources to make informed progressive national program for the country that everybody benefit from. Isn't that the way people run country? I think that is the most ideal way people run a country. But people don't run a country in the style that people are doing now, right? Sit there, right? Fail on doing the needful, and then at the end of the day, you put some boys behind you, collect $25,000, 25 million LD, liberty, TT 20, so TT money, just pack it, 25 million LD, carry, yeah, but I'm here. This is nonsense. Then check the budget line. UL is crying for $500,000 to open the school. Somebody make it make sense for me now. Somebody make that make sense. It's political. The country is not going to go anywhere. And this is what I say. The government, the folks in government today are more focused on the politics than leadership. They're more focused on the eye service, the microphones, the camera. They're more focused on that. It's not going to take us anywhere at the end of the day. Let's go to the market and hear what the people are saying. The leaders are not paying attention to those. The place is tough. There's no money. And times are hard. Salaries are not coming on time. Contractors has deteriorated significantly. When you see people complaining in the market, that means the capacity to purchase have reduced. And what are the factors that causes decline in the nation or the people's purchasing power reduction? It's quite simple. If, for example, your salaries are delayed, your salaries are not coming on time, your salaries are insufficient, and all of that, because priorities now at every household level you make priorities, right? You may not know, but of course you do that. Your order of preference, you make them, all right? So, but the more you get, the more you're able to consider these things. Right? So that is that. What I was trying to do, let me get you the voices. I tell you, every time I come here, we'll talk the politics, but we'll go for the reality as well. Sometimes we get mixed up with the politics and things, but the people suffering down there and you don't. So we'll highlight the realities. Remember, recently the government folks have been passing around here. They said they finished building the roads in the southeast, and then some liars. Yesterday I was saying some of you are very dishonest, and I can sometimes try to put up this kind of defense for you that you're hungry, you're poor, there is no means in the country, and it seems clearly that once you're praising the government, you have elements that will be sending you money and taking care of you and solving your immediate problems. So you go ahead and do it. You just get on the car, pass through the difficulties, reach somewhere, and just post on your Facebook or social media handle that, I took 2 hours to get to Plebo. Or it took me 1 hour 30 minutes from Red Lake to Plebo. And then the government say, yeah, so somebody will start your email. Yeah, my man, you see the paper working. Yeah, my man, send me your mobile money number, man. Let me do something. So people are running the country like that too, right? People buying iPhone for people who lie that Bwaka is developing the country when he is actually not doing anything. How come the country is developing, but only a few people can see it, other people can see it? So what how no Abba can go? All of it didn't development as something for anybody. Even foreigners come, they will admit to it, right? So listen to an interview from Market Women. It might have been something that was done some time ago, but I find it very necessary to play it so that wherever you are this morning, you understand that we have a duty to lower the politics and speak to the realities, and pretty much tell me whether these people who are talking in this interview are not Liberians or not, or what they're saying are made up or not, right? How do you argue this? How do you solve this, Mr. Augustine Gaffron? What are you doing to solve the problem? Liberians are crying on a daily basis, right? They're crying on a daily basis. Let's get this.
Yeah, so that when we want to be honest, wow, chance to be on top. Is the same body market Thursday? It's still standing. Still, all the market and we buy one, 2 big or lemon, 1 big or lemon. So now 3 days, 4 days, so now 1 week. They feel that I'm small, losing, I lose, I cry, baby.
Okay, you saying things high right now. So I want to know doing George we are reaching. I want to know if things are okay when it comes to your business and your customer.
They can't we move here new day. We were thinking it will be how we are back from or we enjoy it. I visit them, they all those stay down here. Because other people are going by radio, but the way we were buying from, I would say that we stay. We were buying from us, so they come around. Things rough.
All right, 2020 now will be another election. What a message to the UK supporting George here? Do you want to use to vote for George here 2029?
If you want me, I want for everybody to vote for George. We are saying, my one I yell.
Right.
So these things are important for policymakers to sit down and know that. And for policymakers to sit down and know that the hurts and pains that's in the market among the ordinary people, this is exactly what is putting them to. The people are considering we, and you have to stop. You have to accept reality. The people are considering we are simply because things are hard, things are difficult. So to make them forget about we are, right? Some of them don't even know we are. They've not seen him before, blah blah blah, right? To make them forget about we are, what you got to do, just deliver and see whether people ever mention we are. Deliver and see whether you see how we are will be struggling, right? To even get people to talk to. Deliver. Somebody used to sell a bag of cucumber, right, per day, and the person is taking 3 days to sell a bag of cucumber. You think people don't want to eat cucumber? People don't have it. So that means the purchasing power of the people have reduced. But you have a finance minister who lies every day. And some of you think when we say Gafon lies is that we don't respect him or he's our big brother or we respect him. But look, we respect him or we disrespect him when he lies and we're telling you lie. So if you want to consider your disrespect, that's his business. So he has to deliver for the country because you know what? You don't mistreat people, then you say they must respect you. This is nonsense. That's slavery. Right? That is slavery. That mentality is archaic. You mistreating people, you're treating them bad, they're dying, they're hungry, and you say they must respect you. Who does that? Where? So every disrespect that anybody in government feel is justified. So if you don't want to be disrespected, you have to be honorable in the discharge of your duties. Look, one thing that you shouldn't do, right, is to lie and mesmerize, cosmeticize the suffering or window dress, the poverty and hardship that the people are going through. Don't do that. Because when you do that, right, it's terrible. So this is it.
And since Joseph Baga got in power, nothing working for us. We don't even get good role, money to come to us for our customer to buy. We're striving. And since he got in power, we haven't seen yet. We just hear on our own.
Okay, so I want to ask this last question. If today was election, will you vote Joseph Baga?
Say that.
I say, if today was election, will you vote for Joseph Baga?
No, son. Don't do that. I will never.
All right.
At George Manor, we are paid. Omega market, he paid so many daily. But since he moved on his power, they pay with the kitchen. He want to kitchen here. I want to say high money. But since Joseph Baga get his power, he never come to us to say, I will pay kitchen for him. But the kitchen is standing on today. That was high money. Every month, each everyone can pay 4,000 now. And each party paying 25,000.
In George, we are reaching out and paying any money like that.
No, but because we not get money to be on to raise here, so that why we want to be on us. Well,
when it is the government that should be moving in to do that, when the NPA pays her fair share to the budget, when APRC pays her fair share to the budget, when Water and Sewer pays her fair share to the budget, right? The government will go ahead and do these things. So the government has abandoned her responsibility to the people. So what market women are doing? They're struggling by themselves. The profit margin is small, but yet still because they have to put, something over their hair, root over their hair, so they rally and put something down over their head. And this is happening. And somebody say, yet the people are still going to feel happy because this man is an old man. And they're going to go back and stay in line and say, look at the thought. I mean, just imagine that, right? Let's assume you have the people under some kind of spell and they go ahead and do it, right? They even give you another 6 years. But it doesn't erase the fact. The record, the history will keep reflecting. And you have to care about your legacy. So, and that is why I don't even get it when you're on what basis? Are you convinced? Right? And this is not only the marketplaces. For the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about the mining sector, for example. Right? The factory workers across different factories and industries across the country. The concessional workers are complaining. You listen to the guy from China Union, right? The guys from B Mountain. Liberians' life and their conditions are deteriorating across every sector in the country. The government is now focused on that. The government is wasting the country time on CDC in 2029. Even in the county, he's losing his base. The conversation in the country is no longer about the welfare of the Liberian people, the improvement of different sectors and the conditions of living. No, the conversation is about when is the CDC launching or breaking ground for a headquarters. That who we are won't carry as vast running. Imagine we are in 2025 and somebody is making we are running a subject. And they don't want to be hearing these. And that is why I've taken a commitment that will always come here and talk about the issues, the real issues. We talk about the mining agents. They are rating the president's office on 2 occasions. I doubt whether the president has received those communications. So what happens in the end? If these agents who feel that they're raising the alarm, they're raising the red flag to help redeem their country, and yet still the door is being shut on them. The president is not taking action. The president is not even listening. Nobody is doing anything, right? And all that. So what could they eventually resort to? They could resort to the very cartel and start to find means to survive. Since we thought what the people were doing not right, but it seems like the system, approves or endorses what they are doing. And we have written the president's office 1 time, 2 times, nothing. Gentlemen, we just got to play. So you can imagine when these mining agents starts to play along across all of the counties, the mining districts in the country. Somebody can, so just play because you got to survive. Because the moment you decided to be a patriot, to stand up, you wrote the office of the president 1 time as an organized group of concerned money agents, troubled by the level of illicit mining activities across the country. You wrote the president, it gets undermined, ignored. No response, no meeting, no action. Everything continues. The media talks about it. What kind of country are we running? What kind of country are we running?
Wow, chance to bring water about here. That one would decide to pay that money.
Okay, so I want to know how business is looking. I want to know this.
The president are doing. The president are doing the same church money we have to over. I don't get enough profit. We don't do any show. But now I'm not doing any show since I kind of money. Only 2 billion now, only 2 billion since the year, but now one year. And I packing the money again. I only go.
Oranges the woman selling. Oranges. Now in big header board. So you can imagine the thing. Oranges that they can sell $20, $50. That I want the woman complaining. So if people are unable to buy oranges in the economy, in this country, people are unable to buy oranges and vitamin C, right? People are unable to buy oranges in the broadcast economy. People lack the capacity. Somebody is complaining that they cannot sell a bag of orange, right? Daily. Then it speaks volume. Imagine the people that in the big stores that are selling each of their products for like $50 US, $20 US, and what have you. So what is happening to them? They're planning on to buy 50 LD orange. So you know how long it will take me before I go buy one $20 jeans or $30 jeans or $80 suit, $100 suit. So those who are selling those suits to survive, you know what's going to happen to them? So this is how you got to look at the whole thing from. Each of the businesses have gone down. The sales have dropped. Most people now to remain in business what they're doing, but whatever you want can't take it, you be paying this small. You want sugar? They say right now, maybe 300, 400, 500 or whatever the case, right? You can face sugar candy or sugar grumpy, right? Grumpy sugar. So you can buy the sugar, can't take the sugar bucket. Everything that's CP. So everybody see passing around that CP. Even the clothes people wearing that CP. Everything, the shoes people wearing that CP. Because if the business people do it that way, so that they get a long period to pay, right? Absolutely, they are not gonna make sales. Gonna go out of business.
If today was election, what you for Joseph Baga?
Me? Today when you say election,
if today was election, what you vote for Joseph Baga?
all for pay 100 plus. I can't waste time. I forget go for him. No day.
I think you see your name again.
My name Kebe Dukre.
Yes, Kebe Dukre. So you say you are motorcyclist. I want to know how business really going with you doing it for me. Doing your we are done with make money here.
And understand these things.
Started, we don't know why we are president in the country. It's very hard for us.
See the mindset the people are developing, the notion the Liberian people are developing against the government.
Why you really want to say? Why you really trying to grab that? Really didn't have, and the president not putting nothing into place. We're suffering. So the president is not putting nothing in place. So I want to know if 2029 you vote for Joseph Baga to be elected. For me, they do my one job. I'm not wrong campaign with football. You were with football judge. So I message out to the young people out there. When it comes to 2029 election, I want for everyone to support Georgia. Want everyone to support Georgia to come back to power. Okay. So how you in the motorcycle? How you and your fellow police when it comes to the traffic? Because I understand they took you off on the main road and they still ride on the side. Or she ride in that. So I want to know how you feel about the situation. But me, I'm not feeling fun because the main road used to give us money more than the power road. The power road can really spoil our motorbike.
Oh man, we are from the day be Omega year. From the day he be Omega year. If we have see what can make you found up when I say nana. And I say they want to acquire people that in the office. They rush for you to say to Omega year. Because when they call money, the free money they will check it. Nobody can control over Omega now. Because they tell you over to me. So we just hear something for now. When the people come for all the time, they roast for collect money. And also collect 200. Some people collect 500 and all. We can't get no hair, no tea. They roll commission spot. They play your weird say, and they play say now the player say you want to Omega here, you want Omega, you have to wear green boots. They then have our car all year. No carrot fee. When you see the topper, rather behind the people, free money is quality. Eating it. It's not for the beat it. So begging a black woman, just say you might have applicant. Our rescue to Omega. And now Jawia will look here. Jawia town after Jawia win election. He came to go back trophy. He tell all marketers, you are thank you. But for the day, they have said I chair. He never say on one day. He just throw her away. We are the marketers. Now me.
Where is the lie? Pretty much tell me, all of you that out there be defending and all of that. So this is the Liberian attitude, the Liberian politics. It is a politics of gratitude. And the people cherish that thing when the president goes around and say, oh my people, your hello, your thank you and all that. But is the president today capacity to even do these things? No, he can't. Maybe he will want to, but he can't. He's not. He's unable. Look, the president is not able to go around and be saying thank you. He's unable. The last time he tried to go Lofa, they had to borrow B Mountain helicopter to carry him there to say thank you. Do you think the people are happy, Mr. President? The people got in the rain, the sun. Some of them were in their life were in danger. They elected you and you sit in Monrovia. Every time they're hearing you're flying private jet, you're going here, you're living luxury, you're in $1.2 million car. And that to even go and tell them thank you, their road conditions are terrible. Look at see the same way Jawia left Omega, that is the same way it is. Your people are collecting money, extorting from the people, and they can barely clean the diets. But yet you sit down in Monrovia, you sit down here, and you have people go on the radio and be mesmerizing, cosmeticizing the suffering of the Liberian people, and they think they can deceive everybody. These are the facts, Mr. President. You see, we are being helpful to you. When we see where the problems are, we tell you, Mr. President, this is the problem. Go ahead and do something about it. Last time we've been talking about the money. At least the whole country know that we have already alarmed and raised the issue and read all of the communication that the concerned money agents wrote to your office just in the event where you have not seen it to bring it to your attention. This is it. This thing from the day you sat down in office, the market women been complaining.
The market here, now me to win election, but he throw her away. We can't make it. Now he bleach her up from now to next month.
Okay, so I want to have business ready for you when you do it.
Yeah, the business I'm ready for. They then I come on. We now get good security here. So now he's here. So this one we're going to a loss. And thing will not come be like that. If our job we are done, come be government security. Then a really guy. I will say it. We got government security. We will need a market also. But now. They're going to will beg you to say what that. Now you please help. Security in the market. We are the market.
All the police people
we're sorry for people to make their television. Yeah, I want to children, official.
So we are within the business or okay, they pay. But now it's tough.
So we are regime people used to buy, customer used to buy.
Yes.
But now the business look it's very bad.
Customer can't come. They're too tough for us.
So if today was election in Liberia, who will you vote for?
I vote for Judge Manneh-Weah.
Judge Manneh-Weah. Why will you vote for Judge Manneh-Weah?
Because a regime cannot suffer the way I'm suffering. My kid is like to my teacher that we are of.
To be a teacher, so what measures the concerning 2029 election?
2029, where my heart looking at all the people are looking for, I can't be there, so we can go one place. But I prefer coming back to Jawia for all of we let them go back to Jawia.
Okay, fellow Liberians, these are the condition of the Liberian people expressed directly by themselves. Directly by themselves. You understand? So how do we dismiss these things? It's happening across everywhere. The government, every time it will be proving that the government can lie, the government is lying about everything they say. They are lying about everything they say. Why are they so interested in lying to the Liberian people? Why are they so interested in lying to the Liberian people? Let's go on the matter of rules. In 90 days, there will be no blah, blah, blah. Right? Right? Why are they? That's the same thing I was talking about why the business people complaining. Me, I'm not economist. The only advantage I get small, I can take my time to be reading all kind of things. So now I say my wife, because when I grab my phone or when I sit down behind my laptop, I just be reading. So I try to understand a bit of smooth. It is simple. They both go in the market for us to go buy, right? But if we gotta get what we need to buy before we go buy, when the market start to complain, there's a decline. Structural weaknesses causes that. 2 years into the Boubacar administration, I'm just reading something that Amara Koneje posted. Says structural weaknesses persist 2 years into the Boubacar administration, and low consumption highlights citizens' limited buying power. It highlights what? Citizens' limited buying power. So who life you improving in the country now, Boubacar? So where the country solve, where the country easy, that who the people in the country easy for? Where? So what place all the country that easy for you, where you're carrying the money to? Where you're buying your own thing from? Oh, you're taking the money from the country, carrying it outside? You tell us. Because how the president makes the country easy, but then nothing. So both cases, right? Both cases, limited buying power, right? Structural weakness, and of course, low consumption. So both of them signal a weak economy. So where's Gafon argument? Folks, Librarian, let's have conversation. Let's leave the politics. Who becomes president is their business. We don't care. But what happened to us today? Let's talk about that. You are riding your taxi right now. Your profit margin, you know, it drop. Right? You're riding KK. Your profit margin, you know, it drop. But basically what is happening, everybody is trying to adjust themselves to the reality. Because we not talk. It looks like the people in power, they know what to do. It seems clear that they don't know what to do. So they're only waiting for grace. Imagine you went to all the BB schools in the country and you're saying, right? You're waiting for grace to happen. You lead the poor people with grace and prayer. God damn it. So clearly, right? The economy under Boubacar is weak. Weak. No strength inside. A weak. Just a plastic bag. Plastic bag. Tango. Chakla, plastic bag. That's how the whole economy looking. And we're not seeing this from the blue. This is demonstrated as shown by the IMF downgrade. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, right? Downgrade. They report downgrades of Liberia's 2025 growth forecast from 5.6% to 4.6%. 2025, it was projected that Liberian economy was going to grow, right, 5.6%. So instead of going ifon, my old man, instead of Boubacar and people carrying the economy ifon, the IMF say they don't do nothing, they don't bring it down. So brought the economy growth, the percentage with the growth, so they brought it down to 4.6%. So, but then every day you're arguing, say, oh, you're working, you're doing the country okay, the economy. So where now? What play? Yes, oh, I wouldn't be lying on your blah blah blah. So where is the lie, man, people? Where is the lie? Because you're tempted to grab some or refuse or what you're passing around, you're talking all kind of things. So where is the lie? Pretty much tell me, where is the lie? The IMF is reporting that you brought the growth. Liberia growing, pretty much Liberia growing up. And 2025 projected 5.6. You brought your rescue government and not bring the growth rate down to 4.6. I thought it was already going even, but coming behind. It takes a sick, weak, passive, inactive, unaware, old, retired Baptist deacon and main president of a country disconnected from the reality, and the people are just milking the system, and stealing from the country, stealing the natural resources. Right? So instead of growing, you're coming down. It's like everybody developing the country, right? Everybody working or everybody making the effort, right? Like we're pushing the car somewhere. Maybe we're pushing the car from here to 20th Street. So let's say the CDC government work, they push the car, they push it, they reach it all the way to 5th Street, right? They reach it all the way to 5th Street. Then rescue government came. Instead of pushing it to go forward, right? They start bringing it. They're too lazy as they're pushing the car bringing them behind. So they push, but in their mind, they're pushing the car. But actually, the car is reversing. The car is not going forward. The car is coming backward. That's the simplest way to put it. That's how they're managing. That's how they're running the. That's how they're performing with the economy. You understand? Right? But guess what? Even the lay one said the one said that we're talking about right now. That is an improvement from from 2024. Their first year in power. Their first year in power, the car almost fell down in the valley. 4.0. So Unity Party is small minded. So I mean, this is it. Look at what they're celebrating. In 2023, when they inherited the economy, the growth rate was 4.6, 4.7, right? They came 2024, they brought it down to 4.0. So 2025, the projection was for 5.6. They came 2025, they brought it down from 5.6 to 4.3. But as soon as you go, you go here, some of the miscoins there. Oh, you know the paper working. So where the paper working now? Then when you finish talking the paper working, and you probably I start the I thought you said the paper working. How can the paper working and you stay baking? How can the economy okay but you stay begging? Right? So folks, that's where we are. See, I was just trying to use statistics and data to validate the cries of the market women and the complaints that they're heralding. It is true. What they're saying is true. It's informed. The statistics are out. It's there. There is no argument about it. It's raw facts. It's raw facts. It is true. And these things will continue to happen. So let me read what former education minister said. We're talking about the economy. We're talking about why the country does not look to be going in front, but rather it seems to be going backward and even terribly behind. George Werner, when mandates become symbolic political gestures, what that means is the mandate to deliver when you misconstrue and misapply that mandate to be carrying out symbolic political gesture, philanthropic attitudes and things. I mean, you don't understand the purpose for which you are actually supposed to be in that office. Today, I watch on OKFM as the National Road Fund presented to the Ministry of Transport, two vehicles to the Ministry of Transport. It left me asking a simple but important question: why? Why would the National Road Fund be presenting two pickup or vehicle to the Transport Ministry? Inquisitive, I'd like to understand why. Is that part of the Road Fund's mandate? Or have that mandate turned and become symbolic political gesture? Is that what they're mandated to do? Let's go further. The National Road Fund exists for one critical purpose: to maintain and rehabilitate Liberia's roads. Do you hear it? When you hear the National Road Fund, the reason why the government of Liberia put it together for them to maintain, because there was too many cries about, oh, the roads are breaking, the roads are bad, blah, blah, blah. So let's put a road fund there. Everybody that buying gas in the country, let them contribute 25 cents or whatever cents it is, right? and then it go in special escrow account. That money, that road fund office now will use that to be hiring companies to maintain the road and keep our roads in good shape. But today, the road fund has become that entity that buys vehicle and give it to another government entity. You think the country going in front or the country going behind? To make the road safe, passable roads are not luxuries. They are the arteries of our nation's economy. So the economy is terribly performing, and the reports are coming out because the road fund that's supposed to be maintaining the roads and keeping them in shape, good, and the economic lifeline is flowing, right? It's being impeded. The road fund is misapplying her mandate and doing gestures, maybe for political protection. I want to think so, right? And beyond, they are the arteries. They are the arteries of our nation's economy, connecting farmers to markets, children to schools, and patients to hospitals. Yet, in a country where roads are deteriorating daily, the institution meant to fix them is handing out vehicles instead. It's supposed to be fixing roads, but you're buying cars and giving it. So the people are only concerned about luxuries for themselves. I'm seeing fleet of brand new vehicles. The government is parading them. While people are crying, people are complaining. You see brand new vehicles. They're buying them and assigning them to people in government. So those of you that are in government, you're on your own. What makes this even more troubling is that the Ministry of Transport sits on the board of the National Road Fund. This means an entity meant to provide oversight is now a beneficiary of the fund's resources. So the government say the Ministry of Transport, the board basically provide oversight and supervision on the activity of the agency or the entity or the organization or whatever the case. So you're supposed to be the referee, you're sitting there, right? But then, by this action, you are conflicted if you begin to receive gift as a board member, right? So how are you going to explain that? How are you going to hold the road funds accountable or to its responsibilities and duties? You already took 2 pickups. You're compromised in essence. So you see how the people running the country, folks, are you still asking yourself, why are things difficult? Why are we not getting beyond this? Why are people still referencing the Weah era? Why are people still saying the Weah era was better? Because you're not practically changing anything. You've not, like Cummins said the other day, you look around you and tell me what has actually changed, right? It is the same thing. Basically, what has happened, you have replaced, right, the actors, but the same system, the same modus operandi. In fact, you're doing it worse than what they were, right? We saw a similar example when the National Port Authority, another state-owned enterprise, expected to generate revenue for the national budget, donated money to the University of Liberia. It's just what I was talking about, right? However, Noble, these gestures may appear they fall outside the statutory and fiscal mandates of these institutions. So somebody should call Sekou Dougle and set him down and tell him that, look, you're not supposed to be doing this. What you're supposed to be doing is raise the money and contribute the money to the budget. That's what you ought to do. But you're failing at that. You're not doing it. You check your record. Testimony performing. And this is what the laws require you to do. So this is corruption. This is cover-up corruption. You're corrupting the mandate. You're corrupting what you're actually supposed to be doing and replacing it with symbolic, politicized gestures. You're the one supposed to be, right? You're getting people their relevant budgetary allocations and see whether UL will not buy chairs. You see whether UL will ask NPA managing director to buy chair for her. What we are witnessing is not reform, but a culture of symbolic political gestures. Acts meant to score points or please superior rather than serve the public interest. Folks, what did I tell you? say the country, the way the government, the operators in the government, the way they are moving, they're no longer focused on the Liberian people anymore. It's all about political points, political goals, and making the news and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Here are the consequences according to George Weiner. The consequences are far-reaching. The deviation from core mandates undermines effective service delivery. Conflict of interest corrode public accountability. Fiscal leakages weaken the national budget. Erosion of trust deepens public criticism or cynicism. Public's doubt. Of course, and the erosion of trust. Do I trust the government anymore? Do I trust any element of the government? Absolutely not. Just a few of them that are trying, but the rest of them, no. Until Liberia enforces a return to discipline, mandate, and accountability, our institutions will remain trapped in the performance of progress photos, opportunity without substance, generosity without governance, and symbolism without service. Where is the lie? Pretty much tell me, where is the lie? Tell me. Let's go beyond that. Let's go somewhere and see. Let's go to Sino County. Update. How's the roads condition? Sino County. Listen to this, folks.
In Nigeria, there are no cow-ish. We are 2 years. We still suffering. We are 2 years now. Sino County. We in the lead. Rescue team, we in the lead.
But watch the video. See the condition. See what the people are going through. For those of you watching the live, you see this. You see this, my people. Said liar say my witness is across the table. My witness is across the river. But look at this, folks. Right? You pretty much tell me whether this resembles a government working and delivering for the people. All the donations you're making contribute to the budget. So when you say the president lied, they say, oh, you say the president, but the president actually lied. It was a lie. The president said to the people, look at what the people are going through. So all of you that can be posting, you say, oh, yeah, man, but you can only post say you made 2 hours to reach to Sano, to reach Greenville. But you can show all the road. Here is it. You see the goods, the people, the cars that are stuck. Look at the condition of the road. Why is the government so interested in lying? Why is the government so interested in lying, folks? You look at the reports are terrible. Everything we said, the international bodies will come, they will validate the claims, whether it's human rights, whether it's the economy, whether it's transparency, accountability, everything is going down. Look at what happened to the ELW hospital yesterday. Do you know what happened to patients there? Know what happened to patients there? And you talk about these things and put politics out of the pool, then they jump, they skip it, they go to 2029. Look, solve the problems now. Liberians are dying. And some of you are so worthless to a point where you took a decision and the decision is turning out so terrible. You're poor, you're hungry, your life has not improved, nothing is happening for you, but yet still you're there. I don't know how to even describe it, but this is the height of self-deception when you're deceiving yourself. So what are you actually defending? What are you? Where is the hope? Where is the hope? Alex Cummings, you can say all you want to say about him, but he has some command when it comes to economic conversations. Right? They've made their projections, and the projections are not made from the blue. No, this is not your carriage street argumentation. This is from an informed background. Reading the numbers, reading the updates, reading the reports from different areas. Go and read the very Central Bank of Liberia report on the health of the economy and the government. Damning. Disaster. And yet still, The guys are there wasting the people money.